was out working on the tower, and I left a piece of guy line laying against the tower and laying down against a copper flashing that went around the bottom where all the radios tie in. I left just a piece of guy wire laying there, and it melted that guy wire and it melted the flashing where the guy wire was laying on the flashing. It melted right through it because it wasn't a good connection and it arced. So the secret with lightning damage really is spreading the charge out over a big area instead of depending on ground rods. Really won't do a whole lot for lightning. Spread the charge out over a great big area with varied radials to spread the charge all out. Make sure that the cables leaving the tower coming into the house are all underground. Everything I have is underground. And it goes through grounding barriers, like where the perimeter of my yard is and cables come into that area. It's grounded there. All the shields are grounded there to that perimeter ground. Then it comes inside there through that zone of protection, comes up to the house, comes up to the entrance panel. The pictures are on my webpage, but everything comes in through feed-throughs, and that feed-through point is bonded to the power mains. I don't care too much about what the ground is at the house. What I care about is that entrance into the house or into any of my buildings, they're all the same. All my buildings are the same way. What I care about is all the cables coming in, all the shields and all the cables coming in, all the grounds are all bonded together at that panel, and that panel is bonded with a low impedance connection back to where the power line comes into the house. What that does is if lightning hits one of my towers, or if it hits a power line, or if it hits a tree, all of that energy can bypass all the radio equipment and everything and just follow those desirable ground paths, those low impedance ground paths, and just bypass all the equipment between the towers out to the power lines or put the power lines back in, or between any of the antennas. The only time I've ever had any significant damage on anything was I have a security camera and I have a cable running out, and like a fool, I didn't think about it. I laid the coax going to that security camera on my chain link fence. The chain link fence is about 1,000 feet long in front of the house. I laid the cable on that chain link fence up to the camera, and I didn't bond the cable to the fence. And so what happened was lightning hit my big tower, and the security system's all grounded at a grounding point, and it followed that one cable out and arced between that cable and the fence and blew that cable in half, and of course it destroyed the camera out there too. So it's really all about the grounding and how the wires are routed and everything. You have to be careful and not make a mistake.